dismissed every accomplishment I've made. You've talked about my father. Well, you call me an entitled millennial, I call you a carny succubus, because the dirty secret about you, the dirty secret is you need this generation more than it needs you.
What up, y'all? It's KMB, the Sexy Ninja, in the place to be for a Paper Saber universe, and this is the New World Podcast, brother. We're talking about Gold Rush 2025, Week 2, with Vic and Booker on commentary. We are at the theater inside Madison Square Garden in New York City. New York City. Championships are on the line and opportunities as well. So before we just jump right on in, I want to talk about John Cena here. I knew he wasn't going to show up. This is pre-taped and everything, yeah. But he made his pick tonight for who is going to join the Iron Survivor match, the challenge itself, at deadline December 6th. I really do like this match. It's quick, it's fast, it's awesome. You know, the penalty box and everything like that. So let's just go off with the men's. John has chose Javon, Leon, Joe Hendry, and Dion Lennox from Dark State. And in the main event tonight, it'll either be Miles Bourne or Trick Williams. That is a stacked Iron Survivor match right there. Javon, Leon, Joe, Dion, Miles, or Trick. We'll get there. But I'm like, man, that's a solid lineup. And John's all about leaving this business better than he found it. And on the women's side, it's Soul. I was like, oh, Lola, Kalani, Jordan Grace, and Kendall Gray. Every one of these competitors are here tonight. I was just like, man, this is a stacked women's lineup as well. I am so ready for this match. Both matches, man. And thank you, John Cena. Yeah. So, and I'm excited to listen to that entire interview he did. They keep teasing it and showing clips and bits here of what John Cena has learned and what he wants to, what success is, what this is, what everything means to him. I know we've heard these stories over and over again with John, but you know, almost being fired and this and that, but these are lessons that we can learn from as well. And I still find little tidbits of his story that are just so inspirational. Our first match of the night is an Evolve Championship match, Jackson Drake versus Sean Legacy. I don't watch Evolve. I try to. I know it's on Tubi, but I think I did the first episode. I believe I did the first Evolve episode, and it's a very intimate show. There's like a couple rows of bleachers on one side. I don't know how it is now. I believe it's in the Performance Center, but there's like a curtain, whatever, covering the rest of the place. Very intimate place, and it's definitely bringing up some new talent, you know. And Jackson Drake and Sean Legacy are pure talent, are truly talented individuals here, man, because this was a really, really fun match for this championship. You know, I don't know much about these two, but I want to learn more now. And Jackson Drake, man, retaining that championship, oof. You know, and Sean Legacy, I'm a bigger fan of Sean Legacy, Super Sean Legacy. But yeah, this was a really great way to start out Gold Rush. Fun match. You know, and going into our next match, the Speed Championship's on the line. Zarya and Soul are having a little bit of a problem. Soul, you know, wants her North American Championship back. Her and Zarya had to throw in the towel because Zarya cares. And it was the one bit here where I was just, that got me in my heart. Is Zarya's like, hey, it's your damn pride. Blake Monroe almost broke your leg. I'm just trying to help you, and I'm the bad guy. And I love Sol Ruka's line. She goes, my pride got me 2 championships. And I was like, damn, right in Zarya's head here, you know. And Fallon and Zarya take it all the way to the end because, you know, it's only a 5-minute match in these speed matches. And all the way to the clock, counting down, bada bing, bada boom. Ava comes out and says, no freaking way we're going to end it this way. This is going to end in a sudden death match. Whoever pins whoever first will be the new speed champion because it's vacated. And of course, the fatal influence is on the outside. You know, Laney Reed helps, and Fallon gets the win over Zarya. So Fatal Influence has 2 champions in it. Can Laney Reed later on tonight get that Evolve Championship? We shall see. But I felt bad for Zarya here because in her head, her friendship with, Soul could be on the line because she just cares about her friend. So a lot of stuff is unpacking here. I did enjoy this match. Not really big on the Speed Championship, but I'm more here for Zarya and Soul and what's going to happen. Then we go into the TNA Women's Knockout Championship. Jordan Grace versus Kalani Jordan versus Lei Ying Lee. And representing TNA, This was an awesome match. I really enjoyed it. I like the fact that Lei Ying Lee got championship. She's the new champion, taking that away from Kalani Jordan and bringing that back home to TNA. I feel like at this point the TNA champions need to be TNA stars. It's just crazy to me to think that Frankie Kazarian is the world champ over there. I'm not a big fan, but hey, things happen, Santana and all that. There's just, I don't know. I haven't really been keeping up with TNA as well, so I tried. That last year, man, I was on it, and then I burnt myself out in pro wrestling because it was like every single day, But yeah, this was one. Jordan got Kalani, and then Lei, she comes in, boom, kicks Jordan, takes over, pins Kalani Jordan. That's got to weigh a lot on her, but hey, she's in the Women's Iron Survivor match. So win-win for everybody, I guess, Sarah is with Ricky Saints. Really passionate interview here. I love it. Ricky's like, he doesn't want him beating Oba Femi being a fluke. He wants to make sure that he can show everybody that he can beat Oba Femi. And December 6th, the deadline. This rematch is huge for Ricky Saints because he wants to show everybody who the hell Ricky Saints is. And I appreciate that. I felt this passion. I felt it right here. And I'm rooting for Ricky because I really want Oba to move on to the main roster. That's just what I want. Evolve Championship on the line for the women. It's Kendall Gray versus Laney Reed. I really thought Laney Reed was going to get the win and we were going to have Fatal Influence have all the gold. All the gold. That wasn't the case, but this was a fun freaking match. I like Kendall Gray. I know a little bit about her. After this match, I was like, you know what? I want to do a little more digging, just like how it is with Jackson Drake and Shawn Legacy. I want to dig a little bit more and maybe go watch some Evolve matches, Evolve shows, and see what's up. I might do reviews. I don't know, just for fun, just to poke my head in there again and be like, hello, how is the Evolve show going? But Kendall Gray retains that Evolve Championship against Laney Reed. And shout out to Laney Reed. She did all right in this match. Did pretty good. Pretty good. Now, an Iron Survivor qualifier match. Trick Willie versus Miles Bourne. These two beat the hell out of each other. Trick made a few mistakes. And guess what? Miles Bourne gets the win. Ooh, I was like, oh, okay. And I think it's time right now, just to be honest. Trick Williams is bound now for the main roster. I think he's ready. I think he's done all he could here in NXT. I think it's time for Trick Williams to go to the main roster, just like Oba Femi. It's just one of those things, like after this match, after Miles got the clean win over Trick, I was like, you know what? Yeah, now it's time. Now let's Trick go to the main roster. That'd be awesome. No more fighting Ricky Saints for the championship. No more Oba Femi. None of this. I want something new. Let Trick fly and show everyone why he can whoop that Trick. That's right. So after Miles gets the win, lights go out. Timu Shield comes out. I was like, okay, they're going to beat Miles Bourne's ass. But no, that wasn't the case because you say his name, man. Get up here. Mr. Joe Hendry, Javon, and Leon come out. I was like, ooh, okay. I was just like, are we going to have this next week on NXT? I'm all for it, man. But this was a fun show. I give it a solid 4 out of 5 for Gold Rush 2025 Week 2. Vic Booker on commentary here at the theater inside the Madison Square Garden in New York City. Are you happy about John Cena's picks? Are you excited about the Iron Survivor match for the men and women? Deadline December 6th? Well, I sure as hell am. Oh, yeah. My match of the night? I got to give it up to Jackson Drake and Shawn Legacy. Yeah, I'm giving it to these guys. Oh, yeah. Moment of the night? I got to say Ricky's interview. Not promo, his interview. I can feel the passion with Ricky. He just wants to show everybody why he's here. So that's Gold Rush, man. Now we move on. We got War Games this Saturday. Yep. So drop those comments below, man. Tell me what you thought of the show. Like and subscribe. Share it with your grandma. Share it with your grandpa. Share it with the bum down at Walmart. I am KMB the Sexy Ninja. And remember that the New World Podcast is for life, brother.
Your leg is barely healed. You are barely medically cleared, and now I'm the bad guy for caring about you? My pride is what made me a double champion.